I'm really excited, so I'm happy. If every win gives confidence, so I'm happy. If every win gives confidence, so I'm happy. So they always support us very good, so I'm happy. Yeah, I think it was a good performance and very important. It's always important to win.
Are you feeling the support from the fans?
Of course, it's not difficult to feel it. Yeah, it's unbelievable, the atmosphere in the stadium. So I'm happy. So I'm happy. So I'm happy. Always when we come here into the stadium and the fans are our 12 men, and of course we have to use this advantage here in our stadium, and also a lot of fans, like I heard, will follow us to the away matches. So I think it's a very important weapon this season for us. So I'm happy. So I'm happy.
I'm happy today. How about you, Mello?
Man, I'm happy. I've been happy every day, and week in, week out.
These guys are doing good work, man. These guys, we were just chatting before we fucking went live, and it's very enjoyable right now to be a Benfica to watch this.
It's fun, man. It's fun. We're having fun.
It's good.
It's fun to see.
Every department.
It's like what I'm having fun with too, like watching Benfica figure it out. You know what I mean? Like just seeing them go through the motions. It's a different feel of like when Benfica has a bad stretch, it doesn't feel like, there's not going to be a solution or something. Like it just see the gears moving, how things move, how the team moves, where they move players. It's been really fun to watch. The lines change, the players change, new revelations, new players, right? New opportunities, chances. Like it's just fun, man. It's been really fun. And I'm gonna try to, even when the bad stuff happens, because it's gonna come. It's a long season. You're gonna have bad stretch of football. You're gonna take an L. You're gonna, you know what I mean? It happens. You're gonna take a draw. It happens. I'm not counting on it. But it happens. But I can't wait to see how. I'm excited to see how we bounce back from those moments too.
Yeah, man. There's and it's a main team. The ladies just won the Super Tasa. It's been a while since we on, but we did amazing in the Champions League.
The U20s. The U20s won the
champ. God, the kids, man.
The youth. Come on, it's crazy.
Man, that thing is sick. That was what a win. It was so cool to see them, pull that title off. You know what I mean? Like it's so cool.
Yeah, and as it goes, right? Benfica. I think I've seen a lot of pundits, a lot of things, and about the youth team. Like quotes, they were counting Benfica out, you know what I mean, against the team that they were going up against. It seemed like here we go again, like Benfica just get it. We don't get kind of any respect. And our youth is crazy because our youth is sprinkled all over the world. So it's funny. It's funny how we get that.
Yeah, man. And it was a sick win. That match was something else, man, in terms of what these kids did, all the excitement on it. It was just wild. I'm just still over the moon. I remember watching it last weekend and I was like, holy shit, it was so cool to watch. I just got so much into it. It was just such a cool event. But yeah, man, you just don't get to see that kind of stuff every day, especially an international kind of win at that level. Here, I'll put up a little photo because I should be sharing things, I guess you could say, right? So I'll put this up for the people to see. But yeah, man, these kids, they killed it, man. It was just so cool to see these kids kill it. It was absolutely wild. It was just cool seeing the World Championship match. It was insane because so for you, Mello, you understand this. I understand this. There's a lot of Benfica in North America. They get this. The ones internationally, I think they get it also. But when you look at Mexican, Central America, Latin America, the atmosphere is different. Our guys went to Uruguay. Their kids, a packed house, loud. Just raucous, it was Latin American style football. It's like Benfica goes to the final of the Copa Libertadores or something like that, right? It was a pretty cool event. but it was fully one-sided. It was their background, their people, their everything. And against the odds, these kids pulled it off. They put a great game, held on, man. This experience that, winning the Champions League and what they just won, this is the type of experience. Not and we know that not all these kids are going to make it, but some of these kids are going to bubble through, and they're going to have more experience than Renat Sanch and João Felix even had in terms of what they've already accomplished. And so hopefully that can carry through as they kind of get to make the first team.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I agree. That's the also the exciting thing about it is like what you just said. A lot of those kids are going to be breaking through. Those guys are going to be household Benfica names in the next 3-4 years because it takes a little bit. You know what I mean? Maybe some of them even sooner. Maybe that's even that's a great prospect to have, right? That they'll be even sooner rather than later. And it looks like we have the coach right now, the manager, who knows the right balance of youth and experience right now, right? Like we had a surprise today. I know we'll get into it. We had a surprise. Yeah.
Try again. Just shout out to the ladies winning that Super Taça. Sporting, they thought they owned the ladies kind of championship in Portugal until Benfica made a team. They caused a big stink when they made a team, saying you guys got to play in the second division, work your way up. We started from the bottom, then we won the damn title, and Sporting's been pissed ever since. And it's like I think champions create champions, right? So if every different aspect of the club, from Mobilidade, the ladies, the youth, they're winning, there's all this excitement on the main team. You just kind of hope this eventually bubbles up, you know what I mean? So that's the excitement, right? So, but yeah, man, do you want to get into the starting 11, I guess, and we can kind of
actually, real quick, Mario, if we could, we've missed a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So before we get to the Boavista game, I just want to kind of let's start with the champions. I want to go back a little bit to
Champions League.
We don't gotta talk about exactly every play or anything like that, but things did happen, moves happened before we get to the Boavista game. I wanted to just cover if that's cool with you. A lot of shit happened, right? A lot of shit happened. So I'll just real quick, I'll start there. Benfica, right? We get past Midfield. We have another playoff against a Ukrainian team who's just starting their football season, really kind of like we're there, like maybe their sixth game, not even that, maybe like
they can't really play too much because
they can't play too much, right? So we go to Poland, right? If I'm not mistaken, we start off, we fly to Poland, and Benfica, they get the result. Long story short, they get the result 2-0. It looked very it was a very kind of dominant performance, and even going to the second leg. So we'll just group them in, and then Benfica come back to Lisbon, and they beat Dynamo Kiev 3-0 with another dominant performance. I think that performance right there was so dominant. It was so fun to watch. That first half of that game, that second leg was crazy. That Neres goal was, phenomenal off the leg. He just reminds me of Spider-Man. He's like the Brazilian Spider-Man to me. Like he's just all over the pitch. Like that's who I see when I see the guy play. He's just Peter Parker. And shout out to Peter Parker, man. Where's Peter Parker? No, it wasn't Peter Parker. Shout out to old school.
He's been a long time. He probably pops in once in a while. That's what.
Yeah, probably, man. Shout out to Peter Parker if you're out there somewhere, brother. But yeah, man. So Benfica. Get past, do the job, right? They do the job. They win 38 mil, right? To into the Champions League. It's starting off like really this season, man, is really felt a lot different than other ones. I know we did the job last year with JJ, but I think it's just like I don't know, the influx of the players. I think it's how we're playing. It's not what you do, it's how you do it, right? I think.
Yeah, it's the momentum we're feeling, right? Like, and and there is like something be said how this team's playing. And again, you expect Benfica to beat Midfield. You expect Benfica to beat Kiev, right? It's the expectations, but at the same time, in recent years, it's been like limping at times just to make it through these qualifiers. This is no ifs, buts, or ands. Like we advanced, we clearly advanced. We smashed this whole playoff series we had to do. It was just a cakewalk, pure cakewalk.
Smashed them. And real quick, Ross, bro, I appreciate it. As a matter of fact, I'll be right back. I gotta go grab it. It's right here.
Yeah. Oh, he's coming. He's getting.
Yeah, man. I got my Cork City, my official Cork City scarf, brother. Look
Sick.
at
Look at
that.
that,
Check
man.
that
That is
out.
sick.
Check it out, brother. Well, it's right here, man. Shout out to Ross, man. Look at that Cork City. Look at that logo. It's beautiful. Look at that.
Oh god, I'm kind of kind of jealous. That'd look
That's
nice.
beautiful right there, man. I got the
One of those would
stickers.
look very nice
I got
on the walls that I got.
I'm telling you, brother. Look at that. That's beautiful.
That's a good one, man.
In and out, Cork City on the back, and
And
then
that's
of
unique,
course,
man. I like that.
You got the man. Then
Ross,
you got
message me, man.
course.
Send me a DM.
You know what I mean?
Tell me how much it costs.
Yeah, brother. Hey,
all of these bad
I
boys.
already started sticking stickers around all of the Bay Area, so motherfuckers be like, "Where Cork City, Benfica?" It's like, who the fuck? They're gonna
Cork
start
City's thing
googling,
took it
bro.
over, man. That's sick.
Beautiful.
I knew about the
But as a
stickers
matter of
throwing.
fact,
The scarf I didn't know about.
Yeah, speaking of that second Dynamo game, I got that. I got this that day, that morning.
Yeah.
Came in the mail, man. So it was like, it was like perfect timing. So I watched it. We're undefeated with the Cork City Cork City scarf so far. We're gonna keep it going, brother. I really appreciate it. I got the stickers all laid out, man. I got people coming over like, oh, can I have one? No, you can't have one. These are all mine. I'm not sharing. All right, you can. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. So it's cool, man. It's awesome. I really appreciate it. This is great. I'll definitely cherish this. And like Mario said, man, how creative is that, right? Real quick,
that shit's sick. I love that. I love that right
just
there.
To let you guys know, this logo, and I'm stealing his thunder a little bit. This logo that he made, right? It's his favorite beer. All right. So the logo right here.
That's what I was about to say. It's fucking.
Yeah,
I said if Benfica makes a beer, that's the logo they gotta use.
That's the logo, man. So this is his favorite beer with his favorite team. I mean, football and beer, bro. It's like can't get really much better than that, right? Like, what a great logo, brother. What a great
Ross,
gift, man.
please let me know what I gotta do. If I gotta wear a funny hat on the show, what do I gotta do to get this
yeah, man. But like I said, man, Benfica do the job, Mario. We do the job, bro. We dominate.
Oh, sick, man.
We make it easy. We make it easy. The coefficient, we get the coefficient. Right now, we all in the Champions League. We do our job. And then we wait. Right? Who's it gonna be?
We got the draw, man. We got the draw.
Who's it gonna be, Mario? Then we got the draw, right? So the draw comes. And you know what? This year's draw was, I think it was straight to the point, like any other draw. Straight to the point. They started, start at 9:30. The draw happens a half an hour later. It is what it is. Yep. But then boom, they get in. Usually it's all this shit. We got to see this concert, or we got to see the story.
They did well this time. This time it was well, man. It was well done.
This time it was well managed. We got to see some story of some old footballer that no one's ever heard of, who came through like triumph and tribulations, and there's this long video, and it's like it's mind numbing. It's mind numbing because you're so nervous, right? It's like I don't care about none of this shit. Who do we gonna play? You know what I mean? And then Mario, we find out.
Exactly. And so, the first one, because again, we're not the first seed, is PSG that comes out. And just like everyone else, Neymar is also sitting there with anticipation to see who's sneaking up behind him.
I'm scared. Ai, caralho! Filho da puta! Ai, tá tirando, pô! Porra, aí não, pô! Ai, não. Aí não, pô, aí não, pô, aí não.
All right, there we go, man.
Well, I did not see that coming either, brother. I had not seen that video, so that was classic right there.
That's fucking gold, man. That's fucking gold.
Holy
shit. We gotta. You know what? I gotta say, Sporting got a pretty decent group where they have a fair shot. Porto got a decent group. I'm not trying to belittle their groups. We're not the hardest group. We could have got harder. It's not an easy group. It's not the toughest group. I think it's a group we can advance against. I'm looking at Juventus. I already see people in the chat saying the same thing. Juventus in the last decade has talked a lot of trash, and a lot of times we get the better of Juventus. We've done good against Juventus, and it's close against them. So I think it's a fair run. Not trying to be offensive to the Israelis. Congratulations for showing up, but I think they're going to be the punching bag in this group. And you never know with PSG. PSG has a tendency, great team, amazing talent, but they sleep a lot in the Champions League. That has been the biggest issue. PSG keeps spending money after money because they keep falling asleep at the wheel during the group stages and during the knockouts.
Yeah, and not only that, Mario, but all the turmoil, all the who's taking the penalties, who's making the runs, who's not getting the ball. look, I'm not saying that team isn't talented enough to negate all of that bullshit. They are. Believe me, just on Messi's left foot, they're talented. There's enough talent in that little left foot of his to overcome any of those problems. But look, man, and I say this every year in, year out. I want Benfica. I like this. I like these groups. I like this. This is a test, especially a Roger Schmidt test for me. Anyways, to see how good are we? You know what I mean? Just how good is this team? And we get to see twice versus PSG and twice versus Juventus and Maccabi.
We're going to Jerusalem, wherever it is. I don't know.
Haifa. Yeah, they Haifa. You know what I mean? They might be Haifa. You know what I mean? We don't know. You know what I mean? They might get Haifa out there. We're not really sure. But nevertheless, I'm always excited to see how Benfica fares against these sharks of Europe and things like that. I'm with the rest of them, bro. Like I'm always optimistic. I'm never discouraged about how Benfica is. I don't care who Sporting gets. I don't care who Porto gets. Like that, let them deal with that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, so let them deal with that. You know what I mean? I don't really care. I want to see what Benfica can do, and I'm very confident. Like as you said, we could take a point or two off of Juventus. We could take, who knows? We could take a point off PSG. You just never know. You know what I mean? You never know. PSG don't go undefeated throughout the year. You know what I mean? Like they lose to French teams, right? They take an L to French teams, right? So it's not impossible.
That's the thing. It's open. I got to say the biggest thing is going to be, so this kind of, we're going to play at home against Israelis. Then we're going to go away to Juventus. That first two match, obviously, got to win the first match. And playing away Juventus, not easy, but we've done well in Turin before. So if we can whip out a draw out of there or a win, we're laughing. If it doesn't work according to plan on that away leg, I'm not overly nervous. And then we got PSG at home, and I think we can surprise them. I really do think. It depends on how things go, right? It depends also. That means the first match for them is PSG versus Juventus, and that can set the tone, because if Juventus loses that match and we get the best of Juventus, they're already in good spot. They're in panic, right?
Yeah, I agree. And you know what, Mario? By the time we do play them, maybe it ain't a surprise. Maybe Benfica's chugging along, because after Benfica gets these draws, but a little bit before that, we make a signing, right? We get a signing. Now, this isn't a world-known player. A lot of people didn't know who he was. But look, man, ever since I heard about this guy, I have been watching and waiting, anticipating. I have been looking up anything I can see on this guy. I read Feyenoord's fan chats. I read all that stuff just to see, what's the feeling, how these guys feel about them. And look, I didn't see one bad thing about this guy. I haven't seen one bad thing, obviously, other than some haters from other teams and things like that. But I haven't seen one bad thing. Great. I'm looking at his passing. I mean, he's a box-to-box player with that kind of size. I mean, look, João Mario and Benfica fan, we're definitely going to get to all them questions, and we appreciate it. We definitely do for the questions. But I'm not knocking him because he played a hell of a game today. But look, I think you can afford to play, especially in Europe, a little more defensive. You have Frederick out there, you have Tino out there, and you put Enzo a little higher, right? You put Enzo in the João Mario spot, right? You let Enzo play where João Mario does. I think you got a lot more dynamic right there. And Frederick isn't. I tell you right now, Tino's good, but I think Frederick right now is just a little bit more seasoned. He's a little older. He's been playing in a constant in the first division. I'll be at the Netherlands, if I'm not mistaken. Right. But nevertheless, still a first division player who's been playing and hell of a passer from what I'm seeing. I'm really excited. You don't know. You just don't know with this team.
The rumors with this Frederick guy, now that it's official, but the rumor, him and Enzo in the midfield, you got to say that Tino in the last few matches has put up one heck of a fight to say, I
agree. I
think it's a good. We got a lot of good people that can kind of fight.
I agree, and that. Oh, sorry, I just did the same thing.
We saw.
I agree with that, Mario. Completely. But João Mario, I could look at that as depth. Like right there, Nelson said it right there. We need squad depth. If João Mario is on the bench, I'm cool. I'm confident in him coming in and playing, because I'm going to say some nice things about this guy a little later on. We've been shitting on him, including me. But Never, but more to it about João Mario. He fucking loves to be here, and there's something really fucking infectious about a player who like really loves to be on the squad, on Benfica, nevertheless. But I don't see the problem with playing two defensive mids in the Champions League with Enzo up top hitting bangers. You still got the speed on the outside, right? You're playing defensively. You're playing solid, right? A very what's the word I'm looking for? Like fundamental, just a fundamental midfield, right? Where you got your two back defenders, you got Otamendi, who's slow, right? Who's slow? He's gonna get burned. You know what I mean? Gilberto gets burned a lot. I mean, I love Gilberto. I call him Godberto, but today he was exposed again with a very fast winger. He's just not a fast guy, and it's not that. It's just he plays so high up, right? He plays so high up, and he just doesn't have the speed to get back. Sometimes that's all it is. It's not that he's a bad player. It's just we play with him so high up. But nevertheless,
I just want to quickly touch on Nelson's comment, though, man. Good point. November 2nd, pretty much that's when or is it November 10th? It like ends the Champions League. Or no, November 2nd. You're right, November 2nd. Like basically, this is quick, man. Normally it's 2 matches in September, 2 matches in October, 2 matches in November. Later in November, it's the fact there's a World Cup. They are jammed
that's right.
as much as they're doing, right? So you're going to have a higher frequency, like 2 matches a week consistently. This squad depth is critical. And I'm loving the fact that right now we got lots of talent, and you can make the multiple arguments saying this guy should be playing, that guy should be playing. Good. Let's rotate him, man. Let's shake him up a little bit.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's the best. Yeah. We're arguing over who should be starting because this player's playing good and this player's exciting. Like the like to see them like what could be. You know what I mean? Like with Frederick, I'm really excited to see what could be with this guy, what the ceiling is with this guy.
Yeah. No, it's exciting, man. It's exciting. Do you want me to put up the starting 11 for today?
Yeah, let's rock it.
Let me whip that out real quickly here. Mustache guys. There they are. There they are. Perfect. All right, man. We got the pretty neat cast today. I was surprised. A big surprise, Tony. Hey, Antonio.
Yeah. What do you say? You better throw Antonio Silva in the middle there, right?
That was a big surprise.
Wow. Very big surprise with Vertonghen trying to get – I was very surprised because, look, it's World Cup time. I'm thinking, man, there we go. We're going to get to see Vertonghen today. Otamendi's out. I turn the TV on. I get my stream going. And the first person I see, I kid you not, is this guy right here, and they're already talking about him. Like, getting the surprise start today is fucking Antonio Silva. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who – I haven't even heard of this kid until right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, not heard of him. I've definitely heard of him.
Yeah, but it's like that. But there wasn't any stories of him being like breaking into the 11 this year. You know what I mean?
Not at all. Yo, but what a great fucking problem. And that goes to Roger again. That goes to Roger. And Benfica asked this question. Benfica fan asked this question. How do I think he played today? We're definitely gonna get into it now because I think Roger is taking the right gambles on the right people. The right players, and it's working right now, man. It's working, and these players love him. These players absolutely love this guy right now.
They're playing for this manager, man. They're playing
absolutely.
For this manager. I also think these players, and this was something I used to complain about, it felt like there's a lot of guys in the squad that felt entitled to the positions, didn't feel challenged in their positions. This problem of having a lot of good quality depth in every single position right now, and even subbing off Grimaldo and bringing on one of the young kids on also, it's like it doesn't matter what position we're talking about. We are basically looking at a lot of competition. So Rafa, he's going to play well. Same with João Mario, because if you don't, there's other guys that want to play right now.
Down. Yeah, you're going to take a seat.
So it's exciting, and I think again, winners breed winners. All these other people winning championships around the team and the club itself is making the main team want to win the championship this year. And these guys perform well. It's feeding off each other. I do have to give, to me, the biggest jump is Murat. Murat's a young kid. Last year, good kid, but it's one of these things where I don't know if he's good enough. You know what I mean? You're like, we got to sign a center back. I can't wait till we get Verissimo back. Like, I don't know. Murat, man, he looks like a man this year. He was a boy last year. He's a man this year. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he seems like he's really stepped up.
Brother, I've been on this guy since the beginning of the season. Everybody knows in chat, I have been talking this guy up because of just how calm, how cool and collective he is on the ball. Just watching him on the ball, playing defense. He's a big dude too, man. He's a big guy. You know what I mean? Brazilian back. Like he's put his time in with the B team. He did his time. For those people who want, you know what I mean, for like, you need to do your time. Like, you got those fans. You should go. You should win your job. You got to do your time. Yo, Manatus did his time. You know what I mean? Like he deserved his. He deserved it. His chance. I would truly believe. And then you got the Sharks coming around. You guys got like Roma, big club like that. You got AC Milan coming to try to get him. Inter Milan is interested in Maratu. And you know what? And I said it last week. I'm a very harsh person sometimes in the heat of battle, and it is what it is. But yo, Rui Costa needs to get a little bit of credit so far right now. I know it's Roger Ball.
He's doing good, man. He's doing good, man.
Rui Costa is killing it right now. Saying no, Maratu's not going. Yo, if that was Roger too, I'd give it to Rui Costa because Rui Costa brought in Roger. If Roger said, yo, you can't sell this guy, and he listened, yo, that's what you need, right? You need a guy who's fucking listening to you, who's telling you, hey, don't sell him. I could really use him. He's a lot better than you think he is. We could probably get more for him.
Let's keep him.
Yeah, let's keep him. Boom, he comes in and he's fucking beast. Guy like Gonçalo Ramos.
Try to make it as big as I can. Sorry.
Guy like Gonçalo Ramos. No. Gonçalo Ramos, who's, if it's not big money, we're not selling him. 60 ain't enough.
That's good, man.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, that's how you play. There you go. The maestro working the GM role. That is what he is not. That's my thing. I'm so fucking glad you said that, Nelson. That's what Vieira's problem was. He thought he was the owner and not the GM. You have a fucking job to do. The general manager. You're supposed to manage general shit around the fucking team. What you did was not do that. You did opposite, right? You managed other things away from the club. And now it seems more of attention, more of the management. Right. Already been gone. Oh, you've been gone.
In a heartbeat, man.
They would have been gone. Easy. Right? All
30 million.
Give that man a look. Oh, easy. And then put it into fucking construction, right? A construction fucking company or some bullshit like that, right? Come on. Give the man a little credit, right? For everybody, all I'm saying is give a little credit to the man right now. Do your fucking job. He's doing his job, and you don't hear from him, and you don't hear from him because you don't need to. And I guarantee the first time we need to hear from him, he'll take that opportunity to come out. He don't got to say nothing right now, right? Everything's speaking for itself. The play, everything, the players, the appointment of Roger Schmidt, all of that speaking for itself right now. I love it.
So funny enough, so I'm looking at goal point. I was trying to play around with it to see how big I can get it. This is probably the biggest I got right now for everyone. But interesting. I also got Sofa score in the background, so I can always flip that on. But so I'm going to point out two things. So for goal point, best player João Mario, worst player Neves. For Sofa score, best player João Mario, worst player Gilberto, but or no, actually worst player Rafa Silva is what they gave.
Oh, okay. So, I was gonna say we talked about that before the show. Remember?
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know. I curiosity. You see the rankings, and this one we chatted. It's hard to pick a Choriz. Like I was very happy with this team. I'm very happy with the way these guys played today. Looking at who's the worst performer. Some games is like there's a stinker. This guy stunk it up. Last year, you had several guys doing it. So it's like, who stank the most, right? Yeah. Now it's the awesome, man. These guys killed it. Tough to find a guy that's a weak link. Like, they're playing well, man. They're playing well. I think Odie's unfair. The 5.5, he's barely had anything to do. He had a couple saves. He ran out at one point really well. I think last year he would have hesitated a bit, and we would have conceded. So even Odie stepping up a little bit. Rumors of us getting another keeper to replace Helton Late. Get a bit more competition there, which would be nice.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, it's tough, man. It's tough actually looking at this 11 and saying, okay, who was I drastically disappointed in? I'm not. There's like no one. It's so tough.
Yeah. That's not the first time that's happened on this show this year. I also had a game where I'm like, look, man, I'm gonna save my Choriz for later. I'm not really that hungry right now. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna save it. But
Almeida took that Choriz. He was the creator of the Choriz.
Yeah.
And now he's like, not only did he leave the club, he's like retiring the Choriz title.
Yeah,
it's made it really hard to give these things out.
He's actually left the club.
I think we rescinded his contract. He's gone, right?
Really?
He's probably hanging outside like a tin.
I didn't know that.
He's done. A Kabul.
Wow.
No, he's not on the bench. He's not. I'm pretty sure, man. Watch these guys.
I just haven't heard. Like I hadn't seen the. I think he definitely deserves a farewell if that's the case. I mean, yes, we make jokes about him, but the guy was on this team for a very long time. You know what I mean? Like, he was a Benfica through and through.
He was
Yeah,
here.
I mean, like, it's fun to make joke. It's fun to joke and shit like that. But like, if I didn't know that he was gone, it sucks that we didn't.
Well, he's not.
You know,
I think he just went to retirement, man. Like, he's done. Like,
gotcha. Yeah, just okay.
I'm gonna check real quickly right now. I'm pretty sure there's no clubs picked him up. I think he's officially rescinded. I don't know if they bought him out or what they did for his final bit, but let's see.
You know what, too, Mario? And we'll just, while you're looking for that on this Boavista game, there's one thing I'm gonna try to do, right? When I come on here and I see Benfica's performance, and if we don't play good, the last thing I'm gonna do this time is just straight away blame Benfica, right? Because I forget sometimes that there's another fucking 11 players on the other side of the ball, right? That's not gonna let us do what we want to do, right? It's just the way it is. But Boavista played, I thought in the first half, played a hell of a game. They came to play. You know what I mean? And I can respect that if any team that comes, you're at home too. They didn't park the bus. They tried to stretch the field at times. They're not precise there in that final third of the pitch, where they were only missing by a couple, like by an inch or two in the first like 10 minutes or so. But Boavista definitely came to play today. I think it started coming into today's match, 7th place team, 2 wins, 2 losses. If I'm not mistaken, I always like to take a look where they're at before we play. So I think that's where Boavista was. Definitely going to be, a headache for some teams this year. They were a headache for us until we got on the score sheet. But they definitely came to play today. Versus Benfica. And looking at the weak link, in my opinion, and I'm not giving it away yet, but I thought Gilberto, to me, was the one that stood out because of the game plan that they had. Gilberto plays very, very high, right? And he just doesn't got the speed to get back. You know what I mean? He just doesn't. Like, he's faster than me, that's for sure. But that doesn't really mean shit, right? Yeah. But I think that Boavista came and had a game plan, and as I spoke earlier, I think it's fun to watch Benfica kind of go through the motions. You know what I mean? Kind of like, how are we going to figure this out? What are we going to do? And they said, I was watching, I watched it in English today, and they're like, I think what Benfica's been doing this season is they're kind of just letting these little guys tire themselves out. Right, they're absorbing all that pressure because they have the talent. And the one thing Benfica has been amazing at this year is one-on-ones, like one-on-one wins. Because you got Enzo, right? He can win a one-on-one. You got Tino, who can win a one-on-one. You got Morato now, who's a beast. He's winning one-on-one matchups. That last year we weren't winning a lot of these one-on-ones. We didn't really have a bulldog, right? Weigel's a good defensive player, but not one-on-one. Like, he's not gonna boss up on somebody all match, right? We had a lot of one-on-one wins. I think that's what Benfica, and I seen earlier, the defense were solid. We're solid on defense, and that's just that Roger ball. That's just that, we're going to apply pressure when we need to, but we're going to let these guys, we're going to see what they're going to bring us, what they got for us, how they're going to, what's their game plan. And then when the moment is right, when the time is right, we're gonna attack. We're gonna flip the switch. Boom. Morato, our goals from free kicks. Get the fuck out of here. Holy shit. We're scoring free kick goals. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Corners,
free kicks, outside the box, like long balls, tap-ins, like every potential way you can score a goal, it's going in right now. And that's the thing. Before, it was like a one-trick pony, and we kept failing at the other tricks. Now we're getting everything in there. The Almeida bit, I don't know. He's still on the website. My understanding, he doesn't even show up on the bench anymore. I thought we were sending his contract. Could be. But he's not, like, going elsewhere from my understanding. I think he's literally retiring out. But, which is, again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the guy. It's just, this is a new leaf, man. This is a new leaf. Joe Manu, man. Joe Manu was supposed to be George Jesus' guy. He did not show up. He is showing up right now, man. He's showing up. I think this goes for Roger Schmidt, man. This is the same. A lot of changes this year, but also the willingness to pull from the B team, but also the willingness to take an old battle horse like a João Mario that wasn't really living up to his potential with so many options that we got, and say, I'm going to play this guy. I think this guy is good. If I tweak this, tweak that in training, I think he's going to show up, and he has been showing up, right? So I think he's doing good on every possible end, man. With the experienced guys have been here a long time, brand new players being able to inject them, getting the youth, getting the old battle horses. Like, it's just every single department in this team right now is good, man. I love it.
Yeah, I agree, Mario. And the thing also too, I think it was the confidence. I think JJ brought in João Mario with expectations, and then when he didn't meet those expectations, he kind of just lost faith in him. Right? He got the bench. Right? That's just how JJ is. Right?
He's an ass.
Roger didn't get Mario Goats. Right? We gotta let's just put it right.
Yeah, he
didn't
wanted
get
that.
Mario.
He didn't want that.
He wanted Mario. Right? That's who he wanted. He didn't get him. So I heard early. We all heard early. If you guys aren't, or you know, I'm through with news and all this shit. Roger told Mario, "You're gonna have a big." You're gonna have a big like role on this team, right? Because I didn't get my guy. You're gonna have to fill in. You kind of got the same characteristics.
You still got the same name.
You still got the same name, right? Exactly. Right now, I got one Mario, but I'll settle for Mario, right? And I think that bred confidence. And here's one thing, João Mario, I know you could tell he's very tough on himself. He plays out there, albeit we give him a lot of shit. We do, but the passion that he shows on the pitch is really nice to see for me. It really makes me really root for him more than like talk shit about him. So when he does something wrong, like that first half blunder, we missed a wide open goal, right? You get on him, but you're rooting for him to kind of like make up for it. At least I am.
This is, to be in my opinion, like he left Sporting, a Sporting guy. He got a lot of heat for doing what he did coming to us, and then didn't pay off initially. A lot of pressure. He kind of lost his position in the Seleção also. All of a sudden, he's showing now. It feels like it's his last hurrah. If in the month of September and October he lights it up, he could make Portugal's squad. Not saying a starting position, but he could be at least on the bus, on the plane down to Qatar, because that's what he's also fighting for. So he can even make that larger roster there, right? Hey, I don't know, man. These guys have a lot to fight for.
I mean, I have off the top of my mind, I have 4 or 5 midfielders I'd rather have than João Mario on the Portuguese.
Exactly. Yeah. Got a lot of talent. I just like for the bench guys. But that's what we got Ronaldo. You got so many other guys who can play, right? So it's just tough.
Right. Vitinha, you got. I mean, great. Going on and on. But look, if that's what he's playing for, Mario. If that's the fire,
man. He's trying. It's his last hurrah. This is his last hurrah to do something. Even if he doesn't make it, man, this is his last chance to prove that this was the right move. Like he's got to win the championship.
He really does love being a Benfica player. He really does, man. He really does. His tweets, his social media posts, it's always team first. It's always, we're gonna, be better. He's not a selfish player. Like I said on the show before, I know what to expect. I know what he could do. That's a safe thing to have a player like that. I know what he's capable of. I know what he can and cannot do. In the beginning of the season, I think we were making him do a little bit more than he needed to. He's come back to the middle of the pitch and a little bit more. I mean, if you look at the goal point, though, he's all over the place, really. I mean, a lot of times on the left and right wing, to be honest with you, I take my statement back. But right there, if you see that there's another there's that space where he's just sitting in front of goal. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of where you want him. You know what I mean? That's kind of where you want João Mario. And I just think this team is just gelling together. Roger has everybody, just playing Roger ball.
The excitement about it. Like I saw some Brazilian commentators early this week, going from the Seleção Portugal to Seleção Brasileiro, talking about Gilberto. Brazil has a lot of options on right backs. But right now, and they're saying, man, should we give this Gilberto a couple caps, like, in the final friendly? Should we give him a couple runs? Because the Gilberto guy's quite interesting.
Do it.
What I mean? Doing that, yeah.
Do it, baby, do it.
But it's just the fact that you're seeing there's just a lot of hype right now, a lot of excitement, man. There is just some cool shit going on right now. We chatted a bit about this earlier. That was very cool. The UEFA Super Cup win. It was International Cup. Super Cup? Now I'm confused. I saw the girls. Girls had.
We won it.
We won the
girls had to. Yeah.
Yeah. Enzo, that was funny. I noticed that earlier. The Sport TV guy saying Enzo Perez. Man. Regardless, man, we got another good Enzo. Another good.
Hey, I'll take an Enzo Perez.
I love this guy.
He could be Enzo Perez. Let him. Fuck. Maybe even better than that. I love him too, bro.
The way the ball flows from his feet to other players.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't care what anyone says. Frederick Arsunis, he told us how to say his name, did not come to Benfica to sit on the bench. He didn't. I don't know where he's going to go, but he did not come here to sit the bench. That's all I'm going to say about that. I think João Mario. I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be fun to see. It's gonna be very exciting to see. I just know that he didn't come to Benfica to fuck around. Like he's gonna start. There was no way he left Feyenoord to come sit on Benfica's bench.
Yeah, man.
So
and the thing is, there's other guys that today that we saw just taste of it. Like, you know, you're talking about Frederick, right? But Musa, Ba, these guys are like very interesting characters that like I see them. I want to see more of these guys. I also like Gilberto. I like Ramos. Like it's just like Enzo came out, Frederick, right?
Enzo ain't leaving.
Like I just think we have like there's just so much depth right now, and for this condensed schedule, you know, I gotta say Enzo though. Enzo is I think it'll be hard to hold on to him. I think the way he's performing, he is a good talent. Benfica better.
What's his buyout? What's his buyout? Does he have a buyout?
That's all I know. Let me see if I can find out his bio. I don't know if we got that. Enzo. Probably
That's
decent.
not good.
He'll be good, man. He's good. He's good. Bye.
Yeah, too soon, bro. Tell him, Nick, that's too soon, bro. You gotta relax, bro.
No, but it's
no, I'm telling you, bro. Frederick didn't come. Fred did not come here to sit down. And I'm not saying that he's taking Tino's spot. All I'm saying is I think we're just gonna play. It's gonna allow. We're gonna look more defensive, but that's not gonna be our style. I think Frederick is a hell of a passer. He's a playmaker. I think you put him back there with Tino, and you let Enzo play in that João Mario spot, bro. I'm telling you, man. I know I'm playing fantasy football here, but you know. And shout out to all the North American play people, you know, United States and beyond. If you play NFL fantasy football, today is, you know, fantasy football draft day for most people. So a happy draft day to everybody, man. I hope you have a hell of a team and it's a good football season. But nevertheless, bro, I'm just telling you, man, you just play. Yeah, you have them sit. No, I don't think you sit back. I think you make them sit back with Tino, brother. You let them sit back there with Tino, and you got this fucking just this wall, bro. That you got a.
Well, you saw it today. You saw it today where
man.
Enzo was killing him. If somehow you got past Enzo, Tino destroyed you. And if somehow you got past Tino, Enzo hustled back so quick. Like it made it very, very hard. Very hard.
Yeah. I all I'm saying is because look, you put Frederick and Tino back there in the Champions League because Otamendi, look, man, I don't know how long, and that's hard to say for a guy. He's been playing really good. But I'm ready for the Vitor. I'm ready for the Verissimo era. I'm already ready for that. I mean, and the reason is just because it means progression. It means progression. I just don't. And I know Sergio Aguero had a nice fun time with Otamendi. Better not hurt Messi.
You saw that?
That's funny, very funny, man. But I just don't think Otamendi would even be in a position to hurt him because he's gonna be watching a lot of his back. You know what I mean? He's gonna be watching a lot of his back if he's not careful. All I'm saying is, I think in the Champions League sometimes, bro, sometimes they're too dumb to understand. Not dumb. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. Just too dumb to realize how big the moment is. You know what I mean? They just want to go out there and play. Sometimes that happens. Unlike guys like Svilar, but you know, you put in Verissimo, who might be ready by then.
I don't know the situation with the injury. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm just trying because
I'm looking forward to that. As soon as we got Ronaldo, Verissimo.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yes. Verissimo and Marato, you got that Brazilian wall with Tino up in the front of him and Frederick making dimes and Enzo just gobbling the balls up and just fuck, bro. Like it's fucking crazy. And it ain't over. Right? It ain't over. I've given up on this whole Ricardo Horta thing too. It's done. I just don't
I'm done with that. I think we got the pieces we got.
You could keep him. You could keep him, Malaga. You could keep him. Keep his ass then, bro. You know what I mean? Let him stay and rot in Braga. Bro. Go ahead. So you make nothing off of him next year. Because he ain't gonna play for, you know what I mean? He ain't gonna play. I don't know. I'm not saying he's that type of player, but he definitely play a little harder if he was a Benfica this year. Just my opinion.
Yeah, man. The last kind of bit also is just I got to give a shout. Start of the season, I think for all these new players, new manager, you know what I mean, this excitement. Pretty good start even from an attendance standpoint. The home fans have been wild at Benfica. But the last Liga match, Casa de Pia, because we had to play in Lleida, massive. It's a Euro stadium. Stated for a Euro stadium, top level international stadium, packed. It looked amazing. Boavista has decent grounds. And today, great atmosphere, man. Boavista
Oh
brings
yeah,
out a great amount of fans with their side. Lots of great match to watch. Like obviously we won, but great atmosphere. I think Paç Ferreira. I think it's going to be at home from us. I'd have to double check. Tuesday, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's home. Yeah, we're at home. Paç Ferreira, the main guy they did an interview. I think it was today. They played earlier. He was almost in tears because of how bad Paç Ferreira is doing right now. I know they're trying to do something, try and recover, but they have had, they lost 3-0 to Estoril. They lost 3-0 to Porto Muniz. They lost to Gil Vicente. They're basically on a non-stop losing streak right now.
Hey,
With
I'll
the
tell you what,
momentum we have
Mario.
in our stadium, I hope it's a golazo. I hope we devastate these guys. No offense.
Yeah, beat the shit out of them. Yeah. But kill them off. Yeah, take whatever hope that they had. Take whatever hope that they had. That's the kind of Benfica I want this year.
Yeah.
Take whatever hope
normally
and just snatch that shit and take it back with you and keep it with you all year.
But given the momentum and given how many fans are coming out and the fact that still the last week of summer break, I think it'll be a sold out house. I think it'll be a bumping stadium against Paç Ferreira. And I love the fact that the stadium is bumping, boom, 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 like just this level of excitement. It's good, man. It's still like summer vacation. Hopefully that's good, and I hope they keep building this momentum. And the players hadn't seen that the last few years because the whole COVID shit that happened. Like it really, and then on top of that, even when COVID kind of started going away and they started allowing people back in, the team was such in disarray that people weren't feeling it in the stands. Right now, it's just nice to turn on TV, watch the team, be hyped for the team, and see everyone there hyped for the team, and everyone's sharing on social media.
Hype for each other. Hype for each other too.
Everyone's cheering.
And you know what? You know what you said about Lieta too. The commentators mentioned how that atmosphere there today it's always good in Boavista. I think it's because they liked it to like a Brazilian kind of stadium, where the fans kind of sit on top of the field. You know what I mean? So all the screaming and yelling.
It's boxed in also, like it's a square building. The way the building is
coming just down, right? So I shout to the guys who even Boavista fans who are. I think Boavista. When I think of Boavista, I think of I always thought of like one of the better second teams. You know what I mean? One of the better second tier Portuguese teams. And we always have fits going up there. So you're right, man. Hell of an atmosphere, hell of a game. Benfica pulls it out 3-0, brother. What more can you want?
I'm telling you, man. Like, when you look at,
and scoring 2 goals, Philip. And scoring 2 goals. Not just that, but 2 goals. Oh, and that second one. We'll get into it. We'll get into the Schmidt. You want to do that now? Jake, what's up, brother?
Yeah, the Schmidt, man. We should get into it. Let's get into the Schmidt.
Check this out, man. We got college ballers, bro. We got Jake, man. We got Ethan, bro. This is gonna be
lots of people out here, man. Lots of people.
Man. I love y'all, bro. Love y'all, man. Keep doing y'all thing.
This is perfect. And this is just me being a filho de puta. You know what I mean? Just a joke because you made that comment about sporting fans seeing João Mario, Captain Saraband. I'm doing well, man. This is what I picture in my head. I picture this kind of shit. Right now they're just like watching this, getting triggered.
Oh, I triggered some. I told you I triggered some Porto fans on Twitter.
That's all.
With the João Felix. I was like, hey, let's do this again, right? And bro, it's all in good fun. But these motherfuckers, boy, they just work at that. They all like, little. Yeah, they can't hang, bro. It's a joke, bro. I got so many Porto pictures sent to me. Oh my god,
But all right, let's do this. Let's do the Streets of Match, Player of the Match, all that fun stuff. Man, you guys let us know in the chat.
They was Nelson. They was mad, bro. They was mad, bro. I even got DMs, bro. Like they was DMing me like, "What about this and what about that?" And I was just like, "Shut the hell up!" I just shut your ass up. Yeah, shut your ass up. Is what I gotta say, little bastard. And I'll say it now, bro. It's because nobody cares. I told Mario, nobody cares about them, bro. No one cares. The world don't care. No matter what they do. No matter how many championships or whatever they do, bro, no one cares, bro. Yeah. When they say the Portuguese giants, bro, they talking about Benfica. You know what I mean? When they say the most socios in the world.
Over 300,000.
They're
That just
talking
got
about,
announced this week.
they're talking about Benfica. You know what I
You see
mean?
that though? Over 300,000 socios.
Yeah.
What they announced.
The most Portuguese titles. They're talking about Benfica. You know, they don't talk about y'all. They don't talk about y'all, bro.
Exactly, man. It's the reality of it, man.
It
You're
is,
not gonna
yeah.
You're not gonna see. No offense to Port. You're not gonna see
No,
when
all
they
the
face
offense. All the offense. All of it.
all the offense. To Port. when they face Casapia, they ain't renting out the Stadio Lleida because that shit ain't gonna be sold out. That's just gonna be half empty. Easy. They don't pull the same amount of fans. They're not.
They don't.
They don't,
care.
man.
The world don't care. You know what?
The only thing they pull is referees.
In café.
The only thing they can
lake.
pull.
Café con lake. That's it. But it's just funny. Because I got a platform, I can say this shit. I'd rather say some shit than like to have 250 characters. I just tell them to go fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just real. Like, I'm gonna start being real mean. You say something to me, I'm just fuck you. How about that? Straight up. See how they react. But it's only good fun. I don't mean like we ain't got to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this guy.
What?
Man, never said. Well, it's only if we get beat, man. But the thing is, man, these fucking.
No,
guys,
I never said that. I never said that.
What, we lose that maybe?
No. I never said we're Portu's bitch. No, never. I never would say that.
The referees do that though.
The referees, yeah, that might have been Mario. Did you say that? I didn't say that.
No, I don't know.
All I'm saying is no one cares. All I'm saying is no one cares about them. There's just no one cares.
All right, man. The match. Play the match. You guys, drop it in the chat, man. Who'd you like? Who didn't you like?
Yeah. For sure.
I think that's right before this thing went live. Me and Mello were talking, and we were honestly struggling. I'm being very honest. I had a hard time kind of saying, okay, who is my choris, right? And that was tough. That was tough for me. It seems like it was kind of the split between the goal point sofa score also. But yeah, and then it seems like across the board, João Mario seems to be like the man who got the player of the match. And I think that's a fair thing to say. I think it's, just he lit it up, man. He's earned the player of the match this one around. But the guys just did so well. Like, I loved seeing Marat. I love the fact that he got a goal. I love how he stepped up. I love how he's been stepping up. Enzo and Tino also. But João Mario, I guess, is the one for me. The actual play of the match for me, and it seems like maybe a very simple play, but and kind of a silly one to pick, but it's the penalty call because we got robbed so many times last year, and I thought we were going to get robbed again. It was a good run. He gets the ball. He cuts in, he gets fouled, and it looks like they're not going to call it. It looks like once again we're going to get screwed. And actually, we got a call, and I don't know. It sounds like a silly way of calling a play of the match, but to me, it just feels like maybe this year is going to go okay. We're not going to be screwed every single time. You know what I mean? Like things are going to be okay. And I struggle with the choris, man. I really struggle with choris, and it's going to sound maybe unfair, but the kid Tony, maybe I'll give it to him. I don't think he deserves it. I think it was just. He's green on the pitch, things of sort, but I think he had a great game. First game, it's so hard. I even have a hard time giving it to him. Like, maybe even throw it to Rafa because Rafa was a little quiet today. You didn't see Rafa too much today. He was around, hustling, playing, everything of sort. But man, I'll give it to Rafa. I'll give it to Rafa just because I think it's cruel to give it to the kid's first appearance. I think the kid did well. I think in my opinion, there's no choris today. Like, it's just, you can kind of say some guys, maybe they were all good. Others were better, I guess you could say.
Absolutely. And real quick, Winger J, I remember that shit now. Yeah, I remember. That was the I think if that was not the garbage bag game, I might have said that. I was pissed.
Oh yeah, the garbage game.
Oh yeah,
yeah, we were fucked up.
Or that was the sporting game. I don't know. Last year was trash, bruh. Last year was trash. But I agree with you, Mario. Every point you made today, absolutely, about especially João Mario, in the play and match. Very simple play, but definitely an important, important spot. I'm gonna go. My choris today was it was Gilberto, and I'm not saying like he deserved it. I mean, I guess he kind of did. It was just because of where he was on the pitch, how high he was playing. He wasn't getting back, and when we played Casapia, he had that same problem. Otamendi got an early yellow. Because of him today, we get an early yellow on another center back. Kind of because of him, you know what I mean? Because he didn't get back in time. And like someone said earlier, I think it was Nelson, we ended up playing with 3 in the back. You know what I mean? Because Gilberto plays so high, and I get it. You could play like that against these teams, but you better be careful. You better fucking be careful, because if there's one thing that everyone has in this league is fast wingers. The Portuguese league is littered with wingers that will take the top off the field. You know what I mean? They're just quick. I mean, and they're everywhere, bro, everywhere. So Gilberto he stood out as not doing his job today the best. I'd say it. So I'm gonna have to give my shorties to him. My man of the match, even with the first half goal that he missed, terrible miss. Should have put it back.
Yeah,
João Mario ended up figuring it out later on, kind of staying steady, kind of staying with the match, I guess. Not figuring it out, because he was having a good match up until then. It just that stood out a lot, because it was a moment that Benfica could have went up 2-0.
If we didn't get the result, that would have been Choriz.
That would have been Choriz, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, he stuck with it. And he ended up getting 2 really good goals. The second goal that he had, the first goal that he had was all him. It's not my play of the match. I'll tell you my play of the match. It was all him, though. Heads the ball down back into the box, and then fights for the ball. You know, I think someone else made it. I think Musa made a touch on it. Someone made a touch, or Gonçalo Ramos made a touch on it. He sneaks it back past the keeper. Benfica go up 2-0. All a hustle play, just an all-out hustle play, and I love to see that from him, especially just trying. You got to make up for it. My goal, my play of the match, though, was Morato's goal. I thought it was so beautiful, just a perfect placement. Didn't have to do too much. He didn't leave the ground. The ball came straight to him. Neres with another assist. I think that's 5 assists on the year for him already. 2 of them I know have come from the corners already, bro.
This guy's sick.
Yeah, the guy is nasty. Even when he's not having as good game, as Nick mentioned, he wasn't having a good game offensively. But he's still a problem. He's still something they have to deal with. If he's not on, that's why we got 10 other motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Well, that's why we got 3 other motherfuckers in offense who should be able to pick up for him. Guys like Enzo, guys like Mario, guys like Gonçalo.
And I know it's early this year. A person's bad game today is still like a great game relative to a year ago. You know what I mean? Like right now, it's like they're you know, when there's not such a big drop. Before it was just a hard drop. It was like they were terrible. Now it's like, I've seen you do better. You still did good. I know you can do better. That's it.
No, Boris, I'm with you. And Boris, I'm not overestimating him. I am estimating João Mario. João Mario is a player that you can estimate. You know what he's gonna do. You know what he's capable of. You know what he's good at. You know what he's not good at. You know what you're gonna get from him, and he's not gonna play a terrible game. He's just not gonna.
Not gonna be a great game.
Right. Like, he's just not.
Today was a good game.
Yeah, today was awesome. He's the man.
But again, against Boavista, relative to like a PSG will be very different.
Oh, but that's why I said, yo, that's got to be Frederick. That's got to be Tino. That's got to be Enzo. Yeah. That's the midfield for the Champions League. I can't see it any other way. I don't want to see rotation.
I think we need that rotation.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
If you play him every single match, he is going to start playing terrible.
Absolutely, bro. But that goal from Morato, yo, the kid he's becoming my favorite player, like on the team, like just because he's so cool, calm, collective. He's young, he's strong, he's fast. He could score goals from the box. We kept on to him like he's our guy. You know what I mean? He's our guy. B team player. He's a Benfiquista now through and through, bro. Like you look at him, you could see him getting sold in a year or two for, you know, $60, $70 million and going playing in the Premier League team. The tats, the body type, the thing. He's got the look. I mean, and he's got the play right now, brother. And that goal today for me, shit was class, bro. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with it. He put it on the ground, past the keeper. Come on, bro. We don't score too many free kick goals, especially from last year. To watch it like this year, it's like I put it like towards like the NFL. They're like interceptions for me. I am a huge on the NFL. Like if my NFL team gets an interception, bro, that is like I get hyped for that. That is I'm flipping tables. I'm going crazy. You know, goals from the corner is kind of like that for me because it's a moment where you kind of get to take a moment away from the team. You know what I mean? Like I just love corner kicks and goals. I love corner goals. You know what I mean? Like you got it's us versus y'all. We're standing here, y'all standing here. I'm getting it passed. You know what I mean? We're gonna get it passed. Fucking A did he get it passed today. So man of the match, João Mario. Shout out to João Mario, bro. Fucking just plays his heart out, even if that's just, you know, it is what it is. Gilberto and then Manatu's goal, man, for sure.
Yeah, man. I just want to answer Jake's question. First of all, quick shout out. You have some nice looking photos online. I saw, buddy.
Yeah.
Looking slick on the keeper kit, man, representing the Portuguese group there you got. And
Toma.
man, that was nice, man. Toma. I like that. But to your question, my take, I think it's saga's over and deal not closed. I think this whole issues that came up with the ownership rights and the fact that Braga was trying to snake all the money and screw over the other club, Malaga, of any of their cash, and they own the majority of the players. So, you know, what's fair is fair. I want Horta, but what's fair is fair, man. They own them. It's their money. Braga doesn't want to give any money to them. Those guys don't want to sign off.
So if Malaga owns more of the player than Braga
they own like 2/3 of it. So what Braga's trying to say is like, we're gonna sell 15 million, but this is our 15 million. And Malaga was like, okay, that means we're getting either we're getting all that money for us, and or we're getting the other 2/3 of the value, which would be a lot. It would be 30 million bucks. That means like his fee, if you think about it, we 45 million bucks. We're not paying 45 million bucks for Horta.
Hell nah.
We're not paying.
Hell nah.
And Braga doesn't want to give the 15 mil to Malaga, and so they're basically saying, you know, in their mind, they probably look at Horta and they say 15 million is not a bad deal. They probably wish for 20, but the reality is the majority of that money, 2/3, has to go with them. Braga would get 5 million, they'd get 10, and they're probably saying now we want maybe 12, 13. So that's the issue. So they're not signing off. I get it. And if I'm Horta, I'm not renewing. I'm letting my contract ride out. I'll be a free agent.
I'm done. I'm good. I'm good off Horta, bro. I'd rather this scenario. And I told you guys this was just a joke, but fantasy joke, right? I'd rather you sell Gonçalo Ramos for 60, and then Roger called Ten Hag and be like, "Yo, I know you got a striker up there, bro. You don't really want to be there. He wants to play in the Champions League. I mean, can I borrow him for a year or two? Maybe."
Yo, when they talk about, I know we're just like fantasy land here. When they talk about Rams going to like the EPL for 30 million, and we're all like, no, man, don't sell him. Hold on to him.
I heard 60. Take the 60 and get
60 would be huge. I'm just saying, if somehow in some magic, I'll do a player swap. Give me Ronaldo.
Oh, Maximin? Yeah.
Give me Ronaldo. Send Rams to United. Give me Ronaldo.
You know, I don't think I think in the heart of hearts, I think in the heart of hearts, he would be like, you know what, I would do that. But because he's such a PR guy, he's such a good dude, you know what I mean? He wouldn't do that.
He doesn't want to fuck with.
He wouldn't do that to the 13 or 14.
Yeah, you know what we gotta do, man. It's not that hard. Rui Costa's gotta tell João Mario. Just tell João Mario, pick up the phone. Yeah. He's gotta call Ronaldo. Hey, Ronaldo, eu sou sportista. Tu és sportista. But you know, in your heart's heart, Benfica's better. I know it's better. That's why I'm here.
You could play against Messi. All I'm saying.
Could you imagine Ronaldo against Messi one more time? And Benfica top PSG? Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Oh, fuck. I love that.
I'm just playing fantasy because no matter what, Benfica or not, bro, we all love that guy. We all love that player. He's Portuguese through and through, man. We all love him. You know what I mean? Come on, I'd be happy for Portugal if he did come back. You know what I mean? I would be.
It'd be kind of cool. Regardless, if he went to the Portugal, this is me being. If he went to Sporting, it would be amazing for the league. The league's profile, the amount of TV rights, stuff like that, it would actually help the league out. The eyeballs for it. Merchant. I don't want to go back to Sporting. I want to come to us.
Of course. Of course.
Part of me, even if it was for like a 6-month loan and it's just like a tiny stint with us, just for the mere fact that the Sporting guys would run around having tear down all their Ronaldo banners off their stadium and shit, just for the enjoyment. Because that's like you know how Benfica's they got all the banners of the 2 Champions League titles they won. They got the Bella Gutmann like statue. Yeah. That's all. You walk into the Avalad, instead of them having like the statue holding the 2 Champions League cups, it's a poster of like Ronaldo. That's what they got. And if they got to take down that poster, and behind it there's like a hole in the wall that's been covering up. Look, it's just gonna look ugly.
Look, all I'm saying is I'd rather get the 60 for Gonzalo Ramos, right? And get the guy on loan. I'm just saying, I'm playing fantasy, of course. This is
Oh yeah,
impossible.
still, why not?
This
We're
is
allowed.
not gonna happen. You know what I mean? But yo, I would try.
As long
man.
as
I would-
Vicky said.
if I was
The fans
Roger,
are singing
all
that,
I'm
and she
saying-
clapped it.
Look, all I'm saying is Roger and Eric Ten Hag. You know what I mean? Like, hey, bro, you know him. Y'all cool. All I'm saying is, like, just pick up the phone and say, yo, I got a good bid from Newcastle for $60 million for this kid. It would suffice. It would make Benfica. They'd be mad that we sold him. We would be mad, but we're getting Ronaldo.
No, we forget and forgive.
Oh, so fast,
quick, man. So quick. Gonzalo who? Ramos who? CR7? I'll be nuts. We go bananas. We go fucking nuts if we got him.
Yeah, I'm saying it makes sense. It don't not make sense. For any Portuguese team, look, just example. For any Portuguese team.
If Porto had a chance. I would hate it. I would hate it.
No,
but if they
we make more sense. We got more money for it. Forget the sporting part of it, right? The impossible part of it. Forget the impossible part of it. Right now, who would it make more sense for him to go? If he had to go to a Portuguese team, would it make more sense for him to go to Benfica, Porto, or Sporting?
I would say personally, the thing Ronaldo is missing in his very illustrious career, all his accolades,
is Enzo Fernandez. That's what I'm talking about.
He's never won titles in Portugal, like legit titles. And Sporting, to me, are not winning the Liga this year. They're not winning the Liga this year. Porto, because of the way Porto is and the way the referees are and things are, they always have a shot. I think, given how we're looking right now, I think we have a shot. If Ronaldo wanted to come back to Portugal and win a championship,
it'd have to be one.
And also play in Europe and make a good show in Europe, either Porto or Benfica makes sense, but Benfica logically from a financial standpoint, and also I think the talent we have on the squad. Like if Ronaldo looks at the bench of all the teams, we have the most interesting talent at the moment, the most exciting part at the moment. We seem to have more of the momentum behind us. Like Porto's kind of hemorrhaging to try and keep the ship afloat. You know, they're going to have the refs to help them keep the thing afloat. I think right now, man, we are the club that you'd want to come to. And we got a tough group, and it'd be kind of cool to have them there.
And mind you, Mario, we're the only ones with like
we got the coin for it. We actually got the money for it.
Yeah. No, I was talking about me and you. We were the only two idiots that would even have this conversation on a Benfica.
Yeah, I know, man. No, I don't care. I'm gonna have this conversation, man. That's sick. You know all these guys, all these Benfiquistas on the side, they'll talk about you. And as soon as they see that rumor fly on like a Twitter or some shit like that, that'd be sick. It's like, it's not gonna happen. Everyone's like, it's not gonna happen. But everyone stops for a second and thinks about it like, oh, that'd be nice.
The stadium's beautiful. The color's beautiful. You're already wearing red.
The salty tears from across the city, man. Just the amount of the fado that would come from the Avalad. All the crying from their stadium, their fans. Oh, my God.
Maybe if Ronaldo come, like I said earlier, he's only going to piss off, about maybe 13, 14 people? Maybe, if that.
Yeah.
Very small. Maybe a couple people. Maybe a whole cafe. Maybe one whole cafe will be mad. But that's it. Everybody else will be all right. Let's do it.
I'm going to be a complete poot now. If Ronaldo goes to us, the Sporting fans, their minds would blow up. If he goes to Porto, they'll be like, oh, we understand why.
Yeah.
We still love you. Right. We understand why you made that decision. It makes sense to you.
That's right.
But to us,
look, boys, I get it. Boris, I get it, bro. This is all just band.
We're just shit, man. Shit, we blow our budget and get like no resale value.
Yeah, for sure. Because what he would do for Sporting is not what he would do for us, right? He'd expect us to pay Sporting. He's like, I'll take that home count. I'll take that home discount. I get it. Yeah.
I don't know, man. It'd be kind of cool though. But Boris, you know what?
Let me ask you this, Boris.
Maybe Ronaldo learned because when he went to the EPL, it was a choice between Manchester City or United. And he kind of felt like, I got to pay my home dues to United. And United bent them over and banged them up the ass. So now it's like, do I pay my home dues or do I go to the club that makes more sense? City made more sense. Benfica makes more sense. He made the mistake once. I don't know if he made the mistake twice. I think Benfica might actually be more appealing.
I'm telling you. Boris, let me ask you this, just in case. And
Juventus and Messi.
There you go, bro. That's all I'm saying. So just connect the dots a little bit, Boris. You mean to tell me, Boris, that if it happened, it's not going to happen. We get it. If it happened, you would not be when Ronaldo banged his first goal for Benfica, you would not jump off the couch and go, "Sir, you fucking won, bro. You won."
Okay, one more thing in the
Dude,
fantasy land, because we're playing in the fantasy. Let's going to the other side. Let's say Ronaldo does go to Sporting. He has never scored against Benfica. Part of me, because I don't think Sporting's winning the title, it'd be fucking hilarious if he went to Sporting, does not win the title, and still does not score against Benfica. We shut him out, and we keep it going, and all the Benfica shits are like, he ain't shit.
Hey, Ronaldo, toma.
That'd be sick. That'd be sick.
That's funny.
But it'd be good, man. Yeah, just to shoot the shit and have some fun, man. That's what this all is.
Yeah.
But you know what? It'll be interesting. I think it's to be honest, it's kind of sad for him. You know,
I think it's a travesty how he's being treated up in Manchester United. Look, I'm a United supporter on my off days. I like to watch the team. I went watch them for a long time. Nobody's going to tell me that Marcus Rashford should be starting over Ronaldo. I don't give a fuck on what planet or what moment. Yes, they had a good game against Liverpool. Yes, he stretches the field, but that he couldn't hit the side of a barn door. But legit couldn't hit the side.
I think Ronaldo should have never been there in the first place. He should have never gone to United.
Stop. Yeah.
I think it's a noble thing that he did going to United.
Sure.
But he should have never gone, because that no offense to you, Alex, or United fans, that is a horrific club and entity, in my opinion, in terms of the ownership and their ambitions and lack thereof. To me, United's become like Arsenal, where they have like these owners. They're both American, but not to make fun of American owners, but just there's this like similar.
They don't get it. No, it's okay to say that. They don't get it.
These guys don't care. They're there for the money. They're not investing back in the stadium.
Right. It's not that they don't get sport. It's just the way that they do business is different.
Very different.
The way that the Europeans do business and how they use what they're borrowing towards, what they're using, the capital that they're using, how they're paying their players, how they're signing. It's all off of like just money that they make on the side.
No, they're not like the Yankees, TV deals. Like George
No.
They're not trying to win championships. This is a business to make money. This is how the Toronto Maple Leafs are run. It is a business to make money. It doesn't matter if they lose in the playoffs. They don't care. As long as they sold season tickets, they sold the right amount of jerseys. That's a win. They can come dead last in the NHL.
That's a win. Yeah.
That's a win. They got the
money.
Then
they could use that jersey money, and they could use all that shit and spend $60 million or $90 million on Anthony, right? Who's a great player, but stop it. He's not worth $90 million, not to me. Like, this shit's crazy, bro. And then they're so desperate to get Frankie de Jong that you want to pay that $20 million. Nah, man. Let Frankie stay his ass in Barcelona. Let Barcelona just be the I don't even understand. Oh, fuck, I know.
No, but the thing is, I feel bad for him, but he made his bed. He shouldn't have gone there in the first place. I think it's cool.
To get out of Italy.
The fact that he was willing to go and the fact that he scored as many goals as he did last year was absolutely amazing. Like, he did amazing last year.
I agree with that. It's not. It's again, Boris. It's not that they know sport. They know how to run sport. All right, but it's just different, brother. Than they're not like the oil money. It's not. They're not. They're rich.
Owners out there.
They're rich, but they're rich because they know how to make money. Those other oil guys, the Man City guys, they have so much money in that comes. They don't know what to do with it.
This isn't to make money for them.
This ain't them. They don't got that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? They don't got that kind of like unfiltered money. The money that they have is the fortune that they built off of their sports, and that's what keeps their fortune going. Right? They're not getting any more fortune, the Glazers, off of just that. Now they're just sports kind of thing, right?
Yeah, but it depends. Like, I'm not trying to bash U.S. owners. Like, there's Robert Kraft that owns the Patriots, and what he's done with his conglomerate.
Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones might not be winning championships, but they're 1 and 2 most richest franchises, up there with Barcelona, up there with Real Madrid. And the Cowboys, they swap 1 and 2, bro, of who's the richest.
What they do, man.
What they do. It's just
but I think it's just they have shit owners, man. They have shit owners.
Speaking of fast, I make a funny joke. Not too long ago, we wanted somebody who did fast. Some Benfica wanted a fast food guy. That's just. That's
like Mr. McDonald's.
That's all I'm saying. That's all. I'm saying.
Good idea. Man, good times, man. Stats man, thank you for joining.
What's up, brother?
Hopefully your club's having a good start to the season. Man, it's a good season for us to start off, man. No, it's good, man. You're gonna enjoy your draft. I'm not an NFL
Yeah.
guy. Curious to see
It's very good.
my curiosity, because they're my neighbors, is the Buffalo, those
Yeah.
Bills.
Yeah.
I hope it's kind of neat that the quarterback's staying around. That's not something you expect out of that town. That town's a tiny city. Like literally, it's like the weirdest NFL team. It's part of the reason why the Bills, they get all the Toronto traffic. Like Toronto is like a mega city in North America. It's 2 million people. They don't have an NFL team because it's Canadian. They played some of their games, the Bill games in Toronto for a while, for friendlies and shit for a few years back, and they're looking at moving them there. But there's a lot of the Toronto traffic drives to watch the Bills games. So that's how like that small Buffalo, New York city, which is not that big and it's pretty run down. But they've always been like, pure garbage.
Great football. That's a great football city. Buffalo, the Buffalo Bills.
Great city.
Been a great
but they've always been a
city.
terrible team for years.
Since the 90s,
cool to see them showing up now.
In the early 90s, man, they went to 3 Super Bowls, lost in a row, lost all 3 of them, bro. That's gotta hurt. You know what I mean? It's gotta hurt. They're a hell of a team. Look,
I hate this.
Yeah,
I hate
you
this.
guys are making me defend. I am okay because I am from American. You're gonna make me defend this. You're gonna make me defend this. It's impossible. It's impossible to play relegation in the MLS. It can't happen.
It's too much greed. Too much greed.
It's too much. No. It's not enough talent. You're talking about like the MLS is not that old as opposed to all the rest of the leagues around who have been established and who have second league team divisions.
I know. I think they had the NSAL, right? They've had league. The problem is that's greed, though. It's a greed. To me, it's a greed in MLS.
Those are a way to introduce American fans to footballers in the 80s and shit in the 70s when that's a money grab. It's a money grab. It wasn't to build the sport, it was to build their pockets. Now it's just impossible for the American League to have that because the only people that come to the American League are players let's just say who don't want to play in European competition because it's too hard. That's what Bale. Yeah, Bale has no business playing there. Look at Vela for LAFC. He is the most unwanting to do something with his professional career I've ever seen in my life. Like you had a good thing going, you could have been the man. Atletico Madrid, you were so good, and then all of a sudden.
No, I hate this one.
But y'all got more money going into the second.
No. I'm gonna say. I'll say this much. I'll say if you look at, there's a lot of second division teams that get a lot of fans in the U.S. Like I've gone to a lot of I went to the PSL.
Those are pub leagues, though, Fab.
No, but there are leagues here that are small leagues that get attention, but it's the fact that there's nowhere to go. I do think that there's a broken structure here. I think they keep following the major league sports of North American style. The reality, the difference is major league sports in North America, the only reason it works is because they have the monopoly on baseball. You got monopoly on NFL, monopoly on hockey. That works because you are the best.
Yes.
It is impossible to run that format when the best are elsewhere.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's like
absolutely right.
I think
not a knock. That's not a knock though. That's just it is what it is.
I'm just saying if they introduce the relegation promotion, in my take, it doesn't make them better. It just to me it's more like Uruguay. Look at Uruguay or look at not Mexico. Mexico's league is a decent league, but
the talent gap is so fucking far. But listen, you could take your Sunday league team, take one whole team and put him in the MLS. Put your best Sunday league team, the best Sunday league team you have, and put him in the MLS. They will get schooled because they're a Sunday league team. Listen, they're professionals. They are. It is enclosed. It's like the NFL. It's like the NBA, like you said. But even in the pro, like in college football, do you know how good number 1 is to number 4? It's not close. You think it is until the number 4 goes and plays number 1, and then the number 1 team whoops their ass by 50. They put up a 50 spot on them, and number 4 hadn't even get out the fucking blocks yet. It's a different in talent. It's a different talent gauge, right? Because these players at MLS, albeit at least they're college drafted, if I'm not mistaken. They're coming out of college. There's a draft. There's an MLS draft, so they are getting seasoned players, just like the MLB, just like baseball, where there's a draft. But to
The
stick
draft
these
is,
guys,
buddy,
but to,
that is the funniest draft in the world. The MLS draft is any player that cannot get a contract anywhere in the world. They're the worst of the worst talents. They're
I get it, brother. But
sucks.
I get it. But you want to take those guys and make second division teams so that we can play relegation? You know what I mean? Like, that's the pool that the MLS is dealing with, Mario, is the guys, like you said, who
it's shit cool.
It wouldn't work in America.
But no, look at it this way. Look at like the third division of Portugal. They're dealing with João that works at the Padaria part-time on the weekend, and he plays also, right? And that's the reality. And that's the reality for a lot of small countries. You look at like Serbia's second division, third division. You're not talking about any studs there. These guys are getting paid zero. But it's a fact of the hope of making up. But the problem is with it's all about in North America. This is a big challenge. This is why the relegation promotion doesn't work. It is all about markets. They look at things like markets and they go, here's the LA team. Here's the team, San Jose, San Fran team, right? The Bay Area team. You look at maybe New York's allowed 2 teams, maybe 3 teams, but they basically make restrictions. Canada, the same thing, man. This is the thing that annoys me. Like Toronto will have a team. Maybe they'll let a second team. Like they got the Canadian Premier League they started recently. I think it's a neat ambition. They're expanding it. They're growing it. I hope it grows. I think we're starting to build up some talent. But I think in North America, we have this like territorial rights mentality and how they run sports. And that's why the relegation promotion, like, they'll be like, they can't allow it because all of a sudden, naturally what happens, and this is what happens in Portugal, this is what happens in England, everywhere else. Where are all the teams? A bunch around Port, a bunch around Lisbon. And chunks of the country have no teams. They have in the second division, third division, but the reality is the big markets are where the money's at, where the fans are. So if they did relegation promotion, MLS, and I think they should do it, but what you're going to get...
MLS in Canada. Maybe Canada can come in. If that's the case, Mario, if you're going to put MLS in Canada, maybe that you can grow a relegation style between the two countries.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. But the thing is, they have the challenge would be is if they ever did it, you know what's going to happen is LA's going to have several teams, New York's going to have several teams, maybe the Texas.
LA's already got several teams,
but they'll have like even more because the reality is the small markets will have a hard time competing. That's why they
You're
struggle.
not going to put a team in.
I'm going to say this one. This one here, I'm going to actually say
Saskatchewan.
This is like a big like global thing. Canada loves hockey. They love hockey. They do.
We do. They also love baseball.
There are more registered soccer players, football players for the Europeans, than there are hockey players in Canada now. They get like big TV ratings, like the World Cup, the men's national team recently for the men's.
Yeah,
national,
man.
They got way bigger ratings. Hockey is kind of I don't want to call it a dying sport, but it's a rich man's sport. And I think people at the end of the day, the reason why we love this sport is, I ain't playing, I'm old, but anyone can pick up a ball and play. We can all play in a park. We can all goof off. You can see your kids doing it. Anyone can. Same with basketball. Same with baseball. Same with football. You can grab a football and throw it, and play with your friends. Hockey, you got to rent ice. You got to buy equipment. And in Canada, it is expensive.
You got to have good dental coverage.
Oh my God, dental coverage galore. My son, if I'm putting hockey, I'm spending over $1,000+ on every few months. Is how much that's going to cost. Like it is a rich man's sport. It's basically
that sounds like that's a joke, but that's not a joke. It
is insane. It's thousands of dollars for children's recreational hockey, is what it's gotten to. So, and it's killing. They're recognizing it. It is killing basically the sport in Canada because really it's just a small clique, really rich people. Toronto Maple Leafs. If you want to watch a game, you spend $300 to watch a match. $500. Go watch a shitty game where they lose.
And this is not a knock either, but going to that, a Canadian team hasn't won the Stanley Cup in fucking 20, 30 years.
The Raptors won the championship, had more of the country celebrating than any hockey fan has been celebrating in ages.
Yeah,
right?
I think. Well, who was the last one for you guys? The last.
I think Montreal.
Montreal.
Yeah.
It was.
We've had a lot of people go to the final. Yeah, Vancouver the 1 year, Calgary. Yeah, Satya. 93. Satya is the
93. So Toronto. So didn't the Blue Jays win in 93 as well?
92, 93, the back-to-back.
92, 93. Jesus Christ. Yeah,
that's
man.
That's when I came around. That's when I was new to Canada. Literally, I came to Canada. I didn't know any English. We turned on TV, and I remember a little kid, little Mario with hair. You think of me with little hair, little Goku hair. They have the puffy hair. And I sit down and put TV, and I'm watching baseball. I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. baseball to me looked like cricket. You know how you look at cricket and the Indians play cricket and you don't know what the fuck's going on with the sticks and shit?
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on with cricket. That was baseball to me. When I came to Canada, I sat down. I understand, but I saw the Jays and I saw the Sky Dome packed and people celebrating, go bananas. I'm like, these Canadians, they love this stickball. This is like summer hockey to them.
Yeah. Yeah, man. and you know, it's I wish that the MLS was, of course, bro, because I go to MLS games. I love the sport of football, right?
Yeah,
so
I like I love watching.
Yeah. So
but I hope
yeah,
Canada, they're talking about the Premier League. They're talking about adding teams. They're trying to get to like 10 clubs, and then there's the MLS clubs also on top of that. They talk about the idea of expanding it to the point where they have 2 divisions. It is very tough, though, once you get to the right number of teams, where you have a proper league of 16 to 18 teams, to then get all these owners to agree to allow the financial loss that relegation brings. And the greed kicks in. And that is the issue here. It's very hard to get that happening. But I agree with Boris, man. Everywhere you grab a ball, man, you grab a beer can, you kick it around with your buddies. Like, it is the most universal thing. And I think that, and I think basketball. Basketball is the other sport to me that's becoming, you know, as time goes on, if you go back 30 years ago, basketball is a cool sport, but not that popular globally. It was just a neat sport. I think the reason why basketball keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, anyone can grab a ball and you grab a basket,
and a hoop.
Yep. You get something, right? So I think that's where the future lies. And I think the sports that decide to price themselves out of like the general public, you know, they want to be elitists, you know, the money's in the masses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So anyways,
what a great conversation, brother. That was awesome. That's
fun.
Awesome, bro. That's awesome. That's why. That's what happened. When it's just me and Mario, that will happen. We will fucking go 26 minutes past. It happens, but I'm glad that we're back, brother. I'm glad you're back, man. I know you've been busy. I've been busy too, and we haven't been back since Meechland. We really apologize for flaking, guys, but like the countries is different. You know what I mean? We're in different countries, different time zones. It's really, really hard. And believe me, we feel bad.
Yeah,
believe me, I feel bad about it. I feel bad about not coming on, and I've done it before by myself, and you know what I mean. And it's cool, you know what I mean. But there's nothing like having your fellas with you, and you shooting the shit, talking Benfica wins, bro. It's the best.
Yeah, man. I love you, buddy.
Love you too, brother.
All right, you guys have a good one. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, that's me that plays that tune all the time. Just so you guys know, it's all talent.
Right there.
Yeah, did you see the ending? Did you see what I just did at the end?
Oh, the flute? You played that live?
Yeah, I started playing that live, and then I turned out the video, and it was like, that's all me, man. I play that song. It's all me every time. It's all talent.
I love it. I'm joking.
Oh shit! I'm still live. Is it still live? Oh yeah, it is live. I forgot to turn it off. Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, fuck it. I thought I hit.
Oh, we're fucking live still.
I'm still fucking live. You walked away for 2 seconds. I thought I hit the button. All right, we're back. Okay. Good night.
Peace.